All right. Morning, everybody. UFC on ESPN 47 weigh-ins beginning shortly. Final instructions being given to the fighters right now. Face-offs will follow immediately after. Scheduled for 11 a.m. local time Pacific. Sometimes they go off a little bit earlier if everybody's done, but we'll see. Mark Fellows in the house. What's going on? UG back on deck. Let's go. Scott McCrate's here. You know he's going to be here. Drew, you already know. You already know. Yeah, Mark Fellows saw that Sean Brady news. Unfortunate. Chrissy J in the house. Well played, Richard Noggin. Well played. Tim Bliss. Why is Kevin Lee so entitled? You know what's funny? Look, I don't think that was necessarily what Kevin Lee said about fighting the Apex. I don't think it's necessarily, different than what a lot of people might feel about it. There are some people that actually like the Apex. They feel like they get less nerves and they can hear their corners better and stuff like that. So there are some pros to it. But I think a lot of people probably feel the same way. But I did, as he was saying that on Media Day, I'm like, Kev, you're just getting back in, man. You got don't make him up already. Don't piss him off already. BB says Team Abus. I think, look, we were just talking about a couple of us media type over here just before we got started, and I think Magomedov has a chance early. The way I kind of deal with this is Strickland kind of dealing with that storm early and then just settling into that routine that he does, just sticking and moving, pumping the jab. I think he's a lot more technical striker. But we'll see. Magomedov has a lot of finishes. He's going to be swarming early, so we'll see. Yeah. Hey, Rich, that was fun, man. The put the women back in the kitchen was a bit much the other day. I mean, I know he said some crazy stuff, but that was a bit much. Strickland's number one? All right. By the way, speaking of Sean Strickland, it sounds like he is lined up number one, ready to go. So he'll be the first one on the scales. Brendan Fitzgerald's having a nice little breakfast over there. Oh, Sean Strickland first up. Stay tuned for that. Ariana Lipsky, number two. Oh, we got 15 fighters on deck. So we're going to get ready to go. 15 fighters on deck. Guram Kutataladze is number 15. So he's currently in the cleanup position. They have? Neither. Oh, no, that's Andre Arlovsky rule, man. 10:30. 10:30. Heavyweights have not checked in. We started early, maybe. Okay. Oh, we still got time. Yeah, I mean, Strickland's just being Strickland. That's what he does, right? We're used to that little comedy routine at this point. The only other one, the one that I thought was the women back in the kitchen the other day was a little much. The rest of it is just trash talking.
Morning, everybody. We're going to start weigh-ins here. First to the scale is one half of the main event, Sean Strickland.
Wobbly there, guys. We already got some. Good. 186.
Official weight 186 pounds for Sean Strickland.
Thank you, guys. This way.
Next to the scale, Ariane Lipsky.
126.
Official weight 126 pounds for Ariane Lipsky.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, her opponent, Melissa Gatto. Official weight 125 and a half for Melissa Gatto.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Rinat Fakhretdinov. Official weight 171 pounds for Rinat Fakhretdinov.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Abus Magomedov. Official weight 186 pounds for Abus Magomedov.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Ivana Petrovic. Official weight 125 and a half for Ivana Petrovic.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Elvis Brenner. Official weight 155 pounds for Elvis Brenner. Next to the scale, Michael Morales. Official weight 170 and a half for Michael Morales.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Weston Wilson. Official weight 146 pounds for Weston Wilson.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Yana Santos. Official weight 144 and a half for Yana Santos.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Kevin Lee. Official weight 171 pounds for Kevin Lee.
Thank you.
Next to the scale, Ismail Bonfim.
$156.
Official weight 156 pounds for Ismail Bonfim.
Wow, thank you.
Next to the scale, Grant Dawson.
$156.
Official weight 156 pounds for Grant Dawson.
Wow, thank you, baby.
Next to the scale, Max Griffin.
$170.5.
Official weight 170 and a half for Max Griffin.
Wow, thank you.
Next to the scale, Damir Ismagulov.
$156.
Official weight 156 pounds for Damir Ismagulov.
Wow, thank you, baby.
Next to the scale, Guram Kutataladze.
$155.
Official weight 155 pounds for Guram Kutataladze.
Thank you, baby.
Next to the scale, Nursultan Ruziboev.
$183.5.
That's it, baby.
Official weight 183 and a half for Nursultan Ruziboev.
Thank you, baby.
Next to the scale, Carol Hosa.
Somebody would have called them heavyweights.
$146.
Official weight 146 pounds for Carol Hosa.
Wow, thank you.
Next to the scale, Joe Anderson Britu.
Called them heavyweights.
$145.5.
Official weight 145 and a half for Joe Anderson Britu.
Wow.
Next to the scale, Bruno Fajeda.
Yes.
$185.
Official weight 185 pounds for Bruno Fajeda.
Wow, thank you.
Next to the scale, Benoit Saint Denis.
$156.
Official weight 156 pounds for Benoit Saint Denis.
Thank you.
That's it. Could have been done. Could have been done.
Let's just call him good. I don't even.
We're all good, right? Hey. We're all professionals here.
We're not dealing with it.
All right, so to lay it out, it's pretty wild. 21 fighters done in the first 10 minutes. We're just waiting on the heavyweights, Grigor Ivanov and Alexander Romanov, and Luana Carolina. Other than that, everybody is good to go. So I guess if you're looking for some weigh-in excitement, you missed it. You had 10 minutes of craziness. Could have had a record here today, folks. Could have had a record, but of course, heavyweights invoking the Andre Arlovsky rule. They probably won't be here till 10:30. And it looks like Luana Carolina is still cutting weight. So let's jump in the chat. Big Ben in the house. What's going on? Enjoyed talking to your boys the other night. Talking a little BKFC and other action. Richard Noggin turned on Brave 71. Yeah, the new Boers, the new Hamzat. And they are not afraid to lean into him, man. Brave is happy to promote him as the new Hamzat Chimaev. You know, he's got the name. Kind of looks like he got the nickname. Ari punch. Let's go. Is this another tricky card, or is this another tricky card? There are some good fights on here. Some ones I think are tough to call. Kevin Lee for president. Chrissy J, Kevin Lee fan. Matt says, I think Luana's getting cut with a loss. Possible. I always hate to talk about it, though. Very, very possible, though. Let's see here. Yeah, obviously she's had a couple setbacks. That would be 3 straight. Be a shame. Big Ben, cool. Yeah, man. We had a good time. It was fun chatting. James Smith says Lee looks jacked. I think he may upset Renat. Definitely no easy assignment, right? I mean, and Kevin kind of talked about that at the media day. Like, he understood. Like, they're not giving him any gimmies.
This bunch, this card is fine, like, dude. I just interviewed Kevin Lee this week. I can't wait to see if he's trying to play an interview. But, see if it's, I have so many good interviews about, like, this conference we got.
So the entire main card is weighed in.
So did,
Appreciate you, Ben. Tim Bliss says, I wonder what UFC Hamzat thinks of his doppelganger. Boy, I mean, any fight would be interesting for Hamzat Chimaev right now, right? I mean, frustrating that we've had to sit around and kind of wait this long. You know, obviously a lot of outside influences and whatever else factoring in, but frustrating, man. Love to see that guy get booked for a fight. I mean, the hype is real. You know, I guess maybe there's always going to be some people that are like, oh, he's not that good or whatever, but that's just haters. But, I mean, I think the guy is that good, but, I mean, you got to get out there and perform, right? Reputation can only take you so long. I think he's got the talent, but, man, you got to get out there and actually turn in some performances, you know, and you know, really, like, as impressive as the last performance was, you know, the weight miss around it and everything that was associated with it, it's wild. I mean, you know, that amazing fight with Gilbert Burns. Props to both those guys for taking the fight. And that was a great fight, but then the whole situation around 279 with the weight miss and the card, and that's just unfortunate, man. That's not good, and that's the last thing that we've had, right? Is for 10 months. That's the last memory that we have. So, you know, before we talk about Hamzat fighting Hamzat Doppelganger. I just want to see him get a fight with somebody that's in the UFC right now. Interesting. Richard says, don't want to see the Usman fight. I mean, I would like to see the Usman fight, but jeez, can he get to the 70? I don't know. I know he keeps saying it, but I'm not sure he can get to 70, so we'll see. Matt, does Strickland excite you guys in media, or is it a tiptoe situation? I mean, we know that when he comes in, we're getting a comedy routine, right? I mean, we know what's going to happen. We know he's going to roast everybody in the room. I legit think the dude could do stand-up comedy and just like go there and jump on a mic and just start working the room. I mean, some of the stuff he says is just incredibly outlandish. Some of it is hilarious. Like I said, the one I thought the other day that was too far was the, put women back in the kitchen and why do we give women the right to vote or whatever. I thought that was a little bit unnecessary. But the rest of it's just kind of like his kind of weird personal beliefs or whatever. Tim Bliss. That's funny. Scrolling back a little bit, EQ, right? Where does Ikram fit into all this, dude? That dude's got skills as well, man. That dude is a name to remember, man. Keep an eye on him. Yeah. James Smith says, I love Griffin's energy. He's coming in with a major chip on his shoulder. He is, man. His scrum was interesting because, he'd been facing these veterans. Like I said, I told him he's kind of on a Legends tour. What do you think about getting the undefeated newcomer? And he said straight up, he was upset about it. He's like, why'd they put me with this guy? Like, this is ridiculous. And then he did say, like, he had a revelation that, no, this is a gift, like, they're giving you an opportunity to compete against somebody that doesn't have the experience you have, that has, like, some hype around them, that has an undefeated record, but doesn't have the experience that you have. And, you get to go show the world that you're as good as you know they are. So I think that's a good attitude. It's a tough fight. But Max is right. He's been in there a whole lot more. He's got a ton more experience. MPTV, what's going on? Morning, sir. Listening while I drive. All right. Appreciate you. Big Ben's looking out for me. I appreciate you, sir. Always got my back. I love that comment from Tim. Hope secretly he missed weight so he wasn't known as the guy who killed Nate Diaz. It is weird how that card just got totally reshuffled around and ended up being like better matchups, or at least I think more intriguing matchups for the fans. But obviously not an ideal situation. But that day was crazy, man. That day was crazy. Big Ben with a plug for his boys' show. Wednesday and Thursday nights. Mission Mike show. I did like an hour and a half with those guys on Wednesday night. So we talked a lot. It was fun. Talked a little BKSC, talked a little MMA, little bit of everything. I think that was probably the longest interview I've ever done. I've done podcasts longer, but I don't think I've ever done an interview that long. So it was good. Yeah, Colostrum. These waiting us were fast. Still 3 to go. We were done in 10 minutes. If those other 3 had showed up, we'd have been done quick. Holloway versus Topuria. I see a lot of people saying Holloway versus Topuria, but are you saying that you'd prefer that against the Korean Zombie fight? Like, just rip that fight apart? Because, I think Holloway and Zombie both kind of want that fight, right? I know it's happening, but that's kind of a fight that they both express interest in, right? But Topuria's the real deal, man. You know when the champ, especially when it's a champ as dominant as Alexander Volkanovski, is saying, hey, man, that's somebody I want to compete with at one time. That's saying something. And I love stylistic. I love that matchup. Don't want to look past next week, though, because, I'm certainly picking Alexander Volkanovski next week because I don't know how you pick against Alexander Volkanovski with anybody. But I will say that Yair Rodriguez is, dude, he's so unpredictable and incredibly athletic and fantastic. So, like, could he do something? I think he at least has a chance. Hard to pick against Volkanovski, though. Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see TKZ Max. That's kind of the fight. Oh, looks like we're getting back to action. Tim Bliss, the MMA Roadshow with John Morgan. If you want to hear that. Uh-oh, we got a heavyweight. Maybe we won't be sitting around.
Next to the scale, Alexander Romanov. Official weight 264 pounds for Alexander Romanov.
James Smith says, yep, send it on Ivanov. I think a lot of people are kind of feeling the same, right? Blagoy is such just a tank, man. Like, not the most quick, athletic dude by any stretch, but just an absolute tank. Mark Fellows, appreciate you. That's like Mark Fellows been down from day one. Mark Fellows, the man. Mark Fellows just jump in here, plug it. We wouldn't plug, he'd plug. Appreciate you. Big Ben, you shut your mouth. Now listen. Andre Arlovski's the man. And I do worry every time he steps out there, because he's been doing it so long, and he's become one of my absolute favorite dudes to talk to and to interview and to just to be around. He's one of my favorite dudes in the sport, so I worry about him. But oh wait, hold on, one more out of the two.
Next to the scale, Luana Carolina. Official weight 126 pounds for Luana Carolina.
He's definitely like at his house right now, right? Blagoy's definitely at home right now. Yeah. He's at home having a little coffee, cooking some breakfast right now.
Right. We could have broke a record. Should have broke a little record if he should.
If anybody can text Blagoy Ivanov, please, and let him know we're ready to go. If anybody could maybe call Blagoy. Just waiting on Blagoy. 24 minutes in. If anybody can roll by his house. Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I swear to God, I could teach you. How your bike kicks.
All right, had to hit a couple texts back. Yeah, he says let McGorry have his breakfast. Yeah, I mean it's not like we do the face-offs any faster, because then we'd just be sitting here waiting for Shelby, and we need somebody to have to go get Shelby from his house. Oh, shout outs to Heidi Dean. Cody Merrow has jumped into the chat. Richard Noggin says, who thinks Valentina gets her belt back? I kind of do. And I hate to pick against Grasso, but I kind of do. I think I don't want to say something as simple as like a motivated Valentina Shevchenko, but like I still think she's technically so damn good. But it's not like Grasso was getting just absolutely tuned up either before she won, so I'm looking forward to it. Fight night at T-Mobile, that'll be interesting to see. Interesting to see kind of what ticket sales will be like. Gotta think the prices would be lower. And they are for the typical pay-per-view event, so that might be an opportunity if you've ever wanted to come to a Vegas event. Maybe the ticket prices are a little bit too high on the pay-per-views. I haven't seen any prices yet, but I gotta think they'd be less than a pay-per-view. Yeah, Cody kind of saying the same thing. I don't think it'll be 100% capacity or have a ton of kills. I just can't imagine they're going to scale that for 17,000. But again, I don't know. That's a big weekend, I know. It's been a while. I know we've had a couple fight nights at T-Mobile. But it's been a long time. I can't remember what they did. It was like pre-pandemic, right? Before we did a couple fight nights at T-Mobile, I believe. Galactus. Grasso, TKO 4th. I don't know, Mark. Let me ask him. Hey, Cold Coffee. Mark Fells wants to know if you updated your Tinder profile wearing Fakhreddinov hat. Not yet. He's got to get that done. He's going in for a studio session to get that, to get a professional shot that he can use for his Tinder profile. That was a good one, Mark Fells. That was incorporating several facts from the Roadshow this week. I like Cinco de Mato. No, I like Cinco de Mato better. Yeah, I think they'll.
Just keep it going, bro.
Yeah, Cody said maybe a big ESPN friends and family type thing. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be interested to see what it's like. Hopefully it'll be good atmosphere. Maybe set a tradition, start doing that. Mexican Independence Day weekend, and maybe do sometimes in Mexico, sometimes in Vegas. Oh, we got movement. Uh-oh. Whoa, baby. Now, can somebody? Who starts texting Shelby? Who's here?
Next to the scale, Blagoy Ivanov.
Let's go.
259.
Official weight 259 pounds for Blagoy Ivanov.
That's a wrap.
It's been a pleasure setting this Apex weigh-in record with everybody.
29 minutes, everybody. That's a record. Oh, we gotta do face-offs.
Let's go.
Now we gotta do face-offs.
Line them up, boys. Line them up. Let's get these face-offs.
Face-offs at 10:59.
Let's get these.
want to go to Mimosa brunch?
Oh, let's go. All right, that's a wrap on weigh-ins prior to the 30-minute mark. Love that. The one day I don't show up to weigh-ins hungover and we're done in 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. All right, so we still got face-offs to come. It sounds like Sean Shelby's in the building, so we can get started early. Oop, gotta take the phone call real quick. Face up. Be right back. Yo, what's up, man?
Happy to start done because when I looked at the schedule too, again, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm like, the idea of getting out of like, man, I don't got a lot of time. So I wanted to start first get some reps in. But it's also like, I got to do some things like this and then UFC Apex next week. So like, I'm not just knock it out right. So I'm glad I get to do that. There you go, bro. See you. I assume you're going to be there tonight.
Gonna look at my sweater.
Of course.
Well, my feet hurt
I wish I would've made it
yesterday. I
earlier,
walked
actually,
8 miles
but
in
I
here
have the
yesterday.
show and
So my feet hurt.
So how many shows you got week 6, you said?
Sports Rage is 6 nights a week except Saturday nights.
Okay.
And then my show, Hit the Bell with ESPN Bell, comes out
In the building.
on Wednesday nights.
Okay. What
Well, I was here at 9 a.m. I left at 10 p.m. So it was a 13-hour day, but we had the event.
My
And
show
I
is all over Spotify.
I was doing ops. I did what ops do, and I was stage manager.
A bunch of other platforms.
So I was getting fighters
Sports Rage Late Night, Sirius
ready to
XM
walk,
5,
and then I was stage manager walking.
90, YouTube as well, all over the place.
And they're not really
Oh, here you go, bro.
UFC organized, like the guys, you know, and between the bouts, they like 30
like, well,
seconds.
there's
to
already
get
TV in here, but I figured
Well, we
you
do
have
it
the
all.
game going on that one.
When they hired me, I told them, like, from ESPN, something like,
I was like, this is why
that's like, that's what they want. They just want wagering. So we're not we're mixing it up.
I don't have the ring yet. It's being crafted. Right.
Oh my god, I'm afraid I'm going off this. Yep, everything always is. I take responsibility. What did I do this time? That's my fault. That's a good thing. I woke everybody up real early.
Yeah, I know.
I almost were Imavov.
Yeah.
That's why you said Blackwood.
Get up at 6:30. Weigh-ins at 9. Amy, I left my house at 8:43 by the way.
Must be nice.
Press or anything? I know.
Guess what time I left my house? I did actually, but I went and got coffee, or not coffee, but
Can't even get in the parking lot.
I drank the Celsius, and then I went and bought coffee.
Yeah? Which one? Yeah, I know. I have to put up the podcast from last night. I had to say this.
I do, but I like to try better. Like experience.
Yeah, if they come out, sure. But I'm about to leave in 5 minutes, so we'll see.
I was there and you were there. It started to rise of that, which I never saw.
Alright. You texting me yet? Yeah.
Whatever you want to put down. UNLV, Contenders,
Let's put your
CBS
name down.
Sports.
Wyatt. Touche. Boom. Get your pipes ready. I'll get you on some.
Let's do it. Ready to go.
Oh yeah,
Whatever sport you want to do. Except for soccer, I ain't soccer guy.
it's all good. Oh, that's good that you know. All your sports. I know a lot of my sports too. I don't do baseball. I never played baseball.
I didn't play hockey. I played soccer for like 1 year. And like, I was like, you know, like they have those like little kid leagues where it's like, oh, you're the grapes.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I went with soccer.
I was the apples. Yeah. It's so funny.
That's about it.
My dad's Argentinian, though. I have Argentinian blood in me, so yeah, I'm a world champion. Yeah, I'm still feeling it. I can't check into my hotel right now. It sucks. I know it's early. You can't check in until you can't even gamble. You can't even do your own city, bro. Where are you from? You?
Bay Area originally.
Why'd you move here? For school?
Yeah. I have family, so.
Nice, dude.
It's funny though, is I know how to play poker, blackjack,
Of course.
Texas Hold'em. Bad blackjack. When I get to that point, I might a little bit.
After you see this and I'm done, I'm on
Head out.
vacation. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. I got your number and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Tell me when you got the first one there, last one out. Good shit.
Have a good one.
You too, my brother. Be safe. We'll see you soon. Keep killing it. That was fast, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's nice, right?
I love it. Now, it just depends how long I sit around and wait for face-offs.
For who?
For the face-offs.
Oh, okay.
All right, apologies, guys. I had to step away real quick, take a phone call. Let me send something real quick. Gotta send it. Send an email real quick.
Probably nothing that's in the hat. You could probably just make it. That's good. Yeah, I love the place. Yeah, put your business card in.
How do I get those pictures? I mean, that's a great way to I did that.
Because you're missing out. Sorry, we're distracting him. But I have
I see the quality.
So if you can't read it, in order to read it, you'd have to have the device to look at it. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't record it because they would only allow you to read it, so you'd have to hold it. And you'd have to have that software. The software won't allow you to record. You'd have to have like a viewer. Without the viewer part, you wouldn't be able to see. Then you can have all the top secret pictures you want in the garage. You don't want to read on it. Only a machine can read it.
a lot.
Yeah, this QR is on TV. It's funny to see people like get up and they start running to the TV with their phone.
Yeah.
Because in a commercial, it's like, no, I'm not long enough.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, fellas. Had to jump out for real quick, send a couple emails, answer that phone call. You know how it goes. Scrolling up a little bit here. Oh, we're talking about Sonic. What was? Oh, it's Sonic. Getting some burger ratings in here. I like it. Cody Miro, Paradise Canteen. I still need to go over there, man. I haven't been there. Oh, you know what's funny? I got a buddy coming in town today.
Across from the old Hard Rock.
Have you gone over there?
Yeah, you never been there? It was a Browns bar,
Oh, was it really?
but it's like a little hole in the wall.
The dude that owns it's like a huge MMA fan. He's invited me over. I need to go over there. Maybe I'll go over there today. I got a buddy. What are you doing later today? You doing anything? I got a buddy coming in town. If you want to go out and get a frosty beverage or two,
Perhaps.
maybe go check over there. I'll keep you posted. All right, Cody. I might have to. I think today will be the day I go check it out.
It's too much for one person to do, too. It's like, they have all the interviews on Radio Row, too.
Big Ben calling me tonight. All right, might be a few frosty beverages in. I got a buddy coming in town. So let's go meet him after this. White Castle is good for. White Castle is good. White Castle's like 3 in the morning food, isn't it? You don't do White Castle if you're not just trying to soak it up, right? I do like Shake Shack. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out lenses just in case they get going on this early, which I'm hoping they don't make us wait a whole hour and whatever. But I'm gonna go switch lenses. T-Bone, what's going on? T-Bone, I do need to try that. I have not. All right, hold on, switch out lenses.
Because I feel like I'm just going to be
I'll make that a mission to get done. All right, I'm gonna switch lenses. Those of you, if it's your first time, you'll lose video for just a second, but the stream will stay connected.
Well, last time they did it, I was just like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm so sorry. I was like, just a sad little girl at a one night. And they came and got me, but he was like, I could get in trouble, blah, blah, blah.
Well, if they, for some reason, don't provide a shuttle, you guys decide to get them, maybe you can actually check over security if you go to the dock. That's a good spot to get pulled back. Yeah, because that's where the shuttle will leave you off, loading dock.
I just don't know where Gabby is.
All the craziness is going on.
They're going to want to get us there quick, too. Yeah.
So when they were done with that,
T-Bone, I just always forget. All right, let's see here.
My guy.
we used to do a show on Friday night. There used to be a show on Friday on the fight night.
Dude, these really fucking man, bro.
Yes.
Fight night.
Sometimes I don't even notice myself. I'm like,
Wednesday.
just in the moment.
No, it was like Friday.
Yeah, you guys were definitely in the moment. I was
All right, I'm back. All right, Galactus says no Mexico defenses in Mexico. That seems weird to me. It is a mistake. I mean, even Dana White admitted it was a mistake. They should have figured it out. But you know, you got to think about their business model right now too, man. They're getting tourism dollars and government dollars to go wherever they go. You know, they're getting concessions from all these places. So if they're not able to get those concessions, they might just not want to. Harlem, still never got a message from you on the UG. I don't actually go. I don't have messages in there. I don't get to spend much time in there, unfortunately.
There was nobody over on our side to catch, and I was like, if they come over here, like, there's no one here.
Yeah,
And the seats were really far back, too. So
Where do you stand on those Vegas aliens?
Production thing, because sometimes like the tables are there, like
yeah.
Can't be real, right?
that's me.
Can't be real. I mean, I don't believe that we're the only species of life out there in the entire universe. Like, how could that be possible, as vast as the universe is? But I don't know, man. Aliens showed up and they just went to somebody's backyard in North Las Vegas. Like, I mean, they got the technology and the knowledge to travel light years across the universe to land on a planet, and they land in somebody's backyard in North Las Vegas.
So,
I left that pack of batteries over there. Thank God Akko found it.
Oh, Harlem UG's been to Area 51.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I was behind the bench.
Okay.
Get back to the hotel. I was like, $300 worth of batteries for no reason.
Area 51 seems cool, but then, like, you know, by all accounts, what, you just drive up to like a border where you're to see a sign that says drive past here and we'll kill you? Like, nah.
Happened to come across one of these. It was like, got it.
Sounds like a DMT experience, exactly. All right, let's see what else. If I missed anything up here.
Got it. And I was like, oh, you mean
oh,
you
While
you
I was
already
away.
have
It's
it.
like, I kind of figured it was yours. It's always one of those things. They did that last, I think it was New Jersey. I did my covering like pillow,
Yeah.
purple mattress, lumbar.
Yeah.
So I got
I was scrolling up here. Hold on, let's see if I missed anything from earlier. Still see the Paradise Cantina. Maybe I'm going to Paradise Cantina this afternoon.
I mean, it's nothing spectacular.
I
But
know.
I mean,
Just trying to get a
like
frosty beverage and a.
slightly off
and
the trip sort of price.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, I left just a piece.
They
of
know
the
that they're
little black
across
thing,
from
like this
a
big.
resort.
I
so
dropped
they,
it
they,
in
they're
Charlotte.
A little bit
but
cheaper?
the arena,
A little bit.
underneath the
I like
sign,
it.
somebody
Like
found
the
it and brought
Hopper
it.
House.
Yeah, it's
How do you,
yeah.
number one, how do you see that? Number two,
No,
how
they're
do you
not
know it
bad,
was
but yeah,
mine?
unless they've changed
I mean,
it.
it was like the
It's
fact
It's a very
that
MMA friendly bar though. The dude that owns it's like a huge
Somebody's
MMA
gonna
fan.
want
So
Yeah, if it's been the same guy for a long time, yeah, he's a Browns guy as well. I don't know if he's a Buckeyes, but I assume he'd be both.
Right.
find out.
Somebody. Yeah.
Oh, I see. All right, I gotta
Yeah,
try
it's just that somebody's gonna need this. Somebody.
Five Guys burgers. I'll find one. Where is Five Guys in Las Vegas? Let's see. I've looked at this before, then I always forget. Maybe I'll just leave it in my browser. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna leave that open in my browser to remind me to go try that.
Well, I didn't.
I'm sure
really
my
even
kid.
know
I'll take my
about
kid with me. We'll go.
tags, except I was in Atlanta last week.
I'm not an In-N-Out fan. I'm sorry. I hate that.
European Tract or something like that, and I was like, what the? Oh my god! And then somebody's like, no, you just put it on your gear. And, somebody's gear is dirty. But it freaked me out. I was like,
I like the
what is
James
that?
Smiths throwing in some Ruby Tuesdays and Applebee's. Oh, and they said nobody. Oh, Sonic is actually not a bad fast food burger.
your backpack is moving. It doesn't realize that you're moving.
Oh.
This is AirTag Wonderland. So,
So
whenever I
so what?
travel through there, so these are my
This is
3D
the
printed,
AirTag.
right? This goes on my camera, and there's an AirTag inside.
Okay, so I want to know what an AirTag looks like.
Uh-oh. Harlem G says not fake was for the Marines.
And how do you get them? You just buy them online? Oh. Okay.
It's in a rubber case.
Okay. How much are they?
Oh, look, Harlem's got the
Oh.
he's got the insight.
You patent that?
Galactus says, I got enough problems here on Earth to trip out on aliens. All right, Colostrum. Is it possible Shavkat could step in to fight at a catch weight and still fight on the 16th?
Cut those off so that if somebody does happen,
That's a no. That's not going to happen.
they can't just automatically beep and find out that it's actually on the camera. This one goes on the back of my
Ah, T-Bone. Yeah. Didn't make the trip to Jacksonville.
lens cap on the back.
Yeah.
I was in Canada last week.
Yeah, you should.
I was
have
doing
that.
commentary at a show in Canada, so that's why I didn't make the trip to Jacksonville. I got a fun schedule coming up, actually. So next week, of course, International Fight Week, which I'll be crazy but fun. Always big events.
Yeah.
And then the following week is CFFC in Tunica, Mississippi. And then the week after that is CFFC in Tampa. and the week after that is the pay-per-view in Salt Lake City. So a lot of travel in July, but 2 commentary gigs, 2 pay-per-view events.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Fun little July.
Because that's what it said.
Poor Harlem's gonna get.
You want to set the time off, and so I did, just because I was like, "Where is it?" And I didn't hear anything.
And that's what they do. Initially, they didn't have that.
Let's go. Zach Coppin. I think I saw you heading to Tunica, yeah? That'll be a good show. EQ is hot in Vegas right now. We set a record, 291 consecutive days without reaching 100 degrees. So it's the most, I think, in recorded history for Las Vegas. But now, I think today it's supposed to be like 110. Tomorrow it might be as high as like 113. So it's getting hot.
And I was like, what? And then it showed a map of where I had been. And so I was like, this is weird.
Y'all be in Tampa. We got CFFC on
I've never had
July 20th, Thursday, July 20th at the Hard Rock. We do like 3 or 4 shows out there a year.
Back to my room, so I'm assuming it was saying like now it's not with you. I don't know what it was, but it was like for the last.
Tampa for Badman. Yeah, we got back-to-back shows for CFFC. Should be good.
So maybe it was the person who was looking for their thing, and it like. Yeah.
Dawn, I did see the one clip of her and Marshawn Lynch. It was the only thing I've seen with Rhonda and Stars on Mars. What a weird show.
But I was with production.
But I did see the clip with Marshawn.
But I had never heard of it. I didn't know what it was.
How's she doing? Is she doing good on there? Is she coming off likable at least? I feel like it's funny. We were talking about this the other day. Like Rhonda in the beginning was like the most likable person in the UFC. She was an amazing star, and then I think she was just so annoyed by everything at the end that yeah, I think everybody kind of turned on her. I think she turned on everybody.
Yeah.
Cody Merrill's watching Stars on Mars. All right.
Yeah.
Harlem in the beginning, Rhonda was likable. Cody, I don't think there's any way she comes back. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think there's any way she comes back. I just think she got so sick of the world of MMA and UFC and all of it. I just can't see her coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, I was scrolling up a little bit. Colossians, we did that like a week or two ago, like between 290 and 291. Man, I'm going to pull them up again and see if I can decide.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that we got back-to-back awesome pay-per-views in the same month. Now, I feel bad for fans that got to pay for 2 pay-per-views in 1 month because I know that's a lot. I mean, the fact that you have 2 title fights at 290, that's big.
Ooh, that's smart.
291, obviously the BMF title
Yeah.
doesn't really count as a real title, but it's cool. I mean, I'm not one of these guys that's opposed to it. Like, it is what it is. It's a hell of a fight. If you're gonna complain about seeing Poirier and Gaethje, first of all, you're crazy, and then second of all, if you're gonna be like, well, I like the fight, but the fact that there's a BMF title just ruins it for me, then you're weird. Sorry. Like, what do you care? And I was the one in the first. I thought the whole BMF title, I was like, this is completely unnecessary. But by the time it came around, and the belt looked pretty cool, and The Rock is there putting. I mean, it was pretty cool. Gosh. Blachowicz, Pereira, Ferguson, Green, Costa, Ikram.
Yeah.
Wonderboy, Pereira.
Right.
To tell the owner, hey, this is the location.
Right.
It's not near it.
Right.
I think maybe 290. I think maybe 290.
Yeah.
Although 291. I'm saying 290, I think.
Right.
But 291 is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Perez and Vassal. That's a great title fight for CFFC. I actually just got through talking to both those guys yesterday, man. They're both fired up and ready to go.
Got some great fights coming up, CFSC, and the fall schedule's super cool.
But if you have enough stuff, it would be worth it, right? Like, it wouldn't be worth it for me. I've got like 2 cameras and 2. I wouldn't be, but like, if you have thousands of cameras or like all this equipment, it would be worth it to invest to keep track of all that. Because I can keep track of 2 cameras. Right.
VNTX. Why does UFC not stream weigh-ins of fight nights? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to commit the labor. I don't know. Maybe they just don't think there'll be interest. They just want to do the pay-per-views. I mean, they shoot it. Like, obviously, they got a camera here shooting it. That's why you get the 5 seconds, baby, so they can get the clip that they want, that they can use for the broadcast. I don't know why they don't stream it. Cody, yeah, because JML. Because this is all you need. They're like, well, we can't improve on that, so we'll just allow that to be. Zach, the back tattoos are the number of his fights. He gets one new one after every fight, I believe, if I remember that right. Chris, face-offs scheduled for 11 a.m., which is an hour from now, but once the medicals get done, they can do it. So we'll see if maybe it starts a little bit early. Sometimes it starts early. All good, VNTX. Welcome. New to the UFC. I like it. Still getting new fans this day. Welcome on board. All right. Rousey versus Tate in 2023. Wow, that'd be crazy to renew that rivalry, wouldn't it? Fights most excited for tomorrow. Anxious to see Kevin Lee back. Real Test versus Renat. So I'm anxious to see that one. Fajeda and their Sultan just should be chaos for as long as it lasts. Max Griffin, Michael Morales. I'm probably more excited for Tamir and Dawson than I am for Strickland and Abus. I'm just interested. Like, Abus, I think, should have like the power edge early, but he's kind of wild, and Sean is such a just tight, seasoned striker. So we'll see. Renat is going to maul him. Certainly possible. That's what I'm anxious to see. Yep. Cody, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm expecting 5 rounds decision for Strickland. Bonfim and Saint Denis could be. We'll see. No, Richard Noggin. Kevin Lee's down in Florida now. He's at Killcliff. Like that autocorrect with the hoops. Yeah. Look, Ronda's judo was light years above anybody at the time. And she used that to her advantage. Has the game caught up with her? Like, absolutely. But she can still win some fights. But, like, yeah, Amanda Nunes is just a nightmare matchup for her. Ooh, Colostrum says Abus will finish on. He certainly has the ability. But, yeah, I'm kind of expecting the hey, what's up, brother? I'm kind of expecting the Sean Strickland setting up at range, jabbing, sticking and moving, not taking the big shots. Yeah, I agree, Cody. I think that happens a lot, though, right? When people don't like a fighter for their attitude or their behavior or whatever, then they just start to downplay their skills and their talent level. Like, that happens all the time. But I mean, Ronda, I always said it, man. I remember thinking at the night that she knocked out Bethe Correia, I'm like, uh-oh. Like, now she's going to think she's a striker. And that happens, too. We see that a lot, too. Like, we've seen over the years. What about, like, wrestlers that fall in love with their hands? They land a knockout, and then they're like, oh, I got hands. I'm going to knock out everybody. You're like, yeah, but you're also an incredible wrestler. Like, why not stick with that? And I feel like the night that she knocked out Bethe Correia, I remember thinking it clearly that night, like, uh-oh, this is not good. because now she thinks she can go out there and drop everybody. And if she would just stick to, like, let me overwhelm you with my athleticism, my determination, my judo skills, it would work. And nope. Head movement. Head movement. Head movement. Yeah, Lipsky's been training with Amanda Nunes. Somebody want to break it to Don F?
Give him a shot. When did I be live? I've been live since before we went. Yeah, ultimately that's what I always do. Yeah, Don, you should be able to slide back and check it out. Mark, that's a good way to put it. That was a really good way to put it. A parlay for the chat. Blagoy came in after him. Blagoy was the last one, Don. A parlay for the chat. What would I do if I was trying to parlay some stuff together? All right, let me take a look here. Even though, like you said, I don't bet. I just always felt weird about it. Gosh, that Joe Anderson Brito Weston Wilson line. My goodness. Gosh, FanDuel has it minus 1,800. Whew. Goran Kutataladze is a huge minus 700 as well. Good Lord. Well, Blagoy plus money doesn't seem like a bad play, given that. I mean, I don't think Romanov stuff gets up in my head. Could absolutely beat him, but I think everybody has the same concerns, right? Like, what shape is he in? And Blagoy is just not going to stop. Like, good luck stopping him. I mean, it's the old joke, but it's true. Like, man got stabbed in the chest and didn't stop. Like, what are you going to do? So Blagoy plus money looks nice. I saw somebody throw out Lipsky at plus. Well, yeah, Lipsky at plus money's not bad either. Pretty significant plus money. Shout out to whoever made that call earlier. That's a good one. Let's see here. Let's see what kind of odds I would get on this. All right, we're going to put, what would I get for Let's see here. Let's say Blagoy at plus money was plus 115. 115. What was Lipsky was plus 185, and then Strickland by decision. Cody said he was good at 165, and that's kind of what I expect. I mean, come on, a three-teamer with Blagoy, Lipsky, and Strickland by decision. That's plus 1520.
I'm a boost. Boost. Get that undercard. That underdog.
You like that? You like that?
Underdog?
Yeah, you can get a boost at plus 125.
That's the underdog pick right there.
But you can get Strickland by decision at plus money.
Yeah, but he's not gonna win.
You're on that boost.
Riding that boost all the time.
Cold coffee is on the boost bus. Colostrum is highly against the Lipsky pick. Highly against the Lipsky pick. Yeah, for Herder, I've heard of where's that? Fajeda against Nurse Sultan. I'm trying to pull this up now. I've heard a lot of people. I haven't done it. Like, I just saw Nurse Sultan's record. I'm like, oh, if you start kind of pouring through Nurse Sultan, I haven't seen a lot of tape on him. Because I'm just not one that keeps up with like the scene over there very often. I'll just see like highlights here and there. But I've heard a lot of people that don't like his record. So Bruno, what are we getting on Bruno? Again, surely for entertainment value. Bruno's minus 225 though. But I guess I wonder what you can get. Oh wow, so Bruno opened at like minus 135 and got bet all the way down to minus 225. But I mean, if you're just looking for something to add in there, maybe. But I heard a lot of people that study that scene more than I do. The Center Sultan record is a little bit questionable. Bonfim versus Matt Frivola. Richard Noggin just said a lot of people mad as hell. They just didn't just get their student loans forgiven. I didn't see that one. I haven't studied that probably just because I don't have student loan debt. Because I just worked and put myself through school and didn't take out a big loan. But man, some of those student loan deals do seem like pretty good. It seems like at the very least they could have like some kind of low interest, slow. I don't know. I mean, the cost of education is insane. But you hear these people that are like stuck behind the 8 ball for how many years because they're paying back their student loan. That would have been pretty crazy to just wipe the debt though. Like, how would you justify that to all the institutions? the boost caboose. Funny. That was better than me. Denial, what's going on? John and Domenico. The fighters are done. Everybody has weighed in. Nobody missed. In fact, we were done in about 29 minutes. And now we've just been sitting around waiting for the face-offs. Pay your own bills. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I didn't have a lot of student debt, so I haven't followed the news about that getting canceled, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not very well studied on it, but I do know that you feel bad when you hear people that are like paying their student loan debts like forever and ever and ever. Big Ben, yes sir, I will be in Tampa. All right, so James Smith is feeling her Sultan. All right. Tops looked like a beast the other day. It looked like he's going to be a problem. Ugh. Sugar and Aljo, such a good fight. I love that fight. I think people consistently underrate Aljamain Sterling, and I think that his grappling is phenomenal, but I think O'Malley is a better grappler than people give him credit for, and his striking is slick. So to me, man, this is a stern test for Aljamain Sterling. I love that fight. Love that fight. Yeah, Galactus. That's not a topic I know a lot about. Yeah, that's it, West Coast. When you're $100,000 in school debt and you make no money. Tim Bliss failing out of college was the best thing that ever happened to me. Hey, fail out of college and then what? You just had to go find yourself a job, and that ended up being the job that you enjoyed. So you can learn almost anything on YouTube. Jan took Sean down easily. I know. But I think that, to me, and I may be wrong, Colossus, but I feel like a lot of that was because it was unexpected. I think Sean thought that Peter Yan would be looking to purely box them. And that certainly wasn't the case. Zach, it was super cool to see Aljamain Sterling last night rocking the CFSD Hall of Fame pennant at the grappling event. It was super, super cool. He was really it was cool. I was at that Hall of Fame dinner, and I know he was really thankful. It was super cool for Rob and the team over at CFSC to create that Hall of Fame. Pretty cool. There you go, Tim. So who knows, man? His interest may change 1,000 times over as he gets a little bit older. But right now, he loves drawing, which I suck at drawing. I can't draw. I always joke, but it's true. I can't draw a damn stick figure that looks right. But he loves to draw. He loves doing art, and he loves video games. He's actually talked about it. He's like, man, I want to be like a game designer. There you go. Went to trade school and skipped all the BS. Certified and working before he even graduated high school. I love it. Much respect. Much respect to get out there and grinding. Weird feeling about Drickus versus Rob. I think people are counting out Drickus. I mean, obviously Rob is one of the best, and but I think, again, it's one of those situations where a lot of people don't like Drickus because of some of the things he said and the way he carries himself, and because of that, they're trying to just write him off. It's a tough SOB. Tough SOB. Richard Noggin has a little bit of doubt with O'Malley in his heart. I think he's going to have to dig deep in this one for sure. Now, Yair is the most dangerous finishing threat. I agree. My relationship with Colby Covington. Non-existent, I guess. I tried to reach out to his team and text them after all that stuff started happening because I really don't think I said anything. Whatever he's citing, I don't think actually happened. But it is what it is. With Colby, you never know if it's just a gimmick or whatever. And I actually really I used to have a really good relationship with the guy, and I like the guy. And I still don't dislike the guy, but I'm not going to talk to him. T-Bone. Much respect, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. I definitely try to support him, whatever he wants to do. Same thing my dad told me. Whatever you want to do, just be the best at it. And that's what I try to pass on to him, too. Like, I don't care what you do. My dad was like, if you want to wash windows for a living, he's like, just be the best window washer you can be. And I thought that was really cool. You know what I mean? Like, just go chase after whatever you want to do. But whatever you do, be the best at it. Just work your ass off. Try to do it better than anybody else does it. And I think that's solid advice. Like, go after whatever it is that you want to do, but just do it 100% and try to be the best at it. Yeah, denial, the real African. Galactus, you're so right. it's a tricky situation to talk about, right? Because what Drickus is saying is true. I'm the only African that walks on African soil and breathes African air every day. And he's right. That statement alone by itself is fact. But you can't deny the racial undertones that are there, you know? And because of that, it makes it tricky. And do I think Drickus meant for it to be any kind of racially motivated thing? No. You know what I mean? It's like, if anybody was representing their state or representing their country or representing whatever, like, hey, man, you know, I'm the only English athlete that stayed right here in England. You know, you think about when all the European fighters, like, everybody was coming to the States to learn wrestling. And, you know, I mean, you could be like a Leon Edwards, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, he's kind of said some similar stuff, right? Like, we stayed right here in Birmingham and we got it all done. Like, yeah, he went to AKA for a while and I don't have to be there. I can do it where I want to be at. So the statement itself is not wrong, but it's just to try to pretend like there's not some serious racial undertones in there. Whether he meant it or not, it's kind of hard to deny. So, yeah, and T-Bone, like, to be honest with you, it's crazy.
Where you going? Where you gonna go?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like the build up to that fight. If Drickus does find a way to get past Rob and then it's Drickus not signing, I just feel like the build up to that fight is going to be very uncomfortable. Okay, Tim Bliss, Unreal Engine is free to use. All right, let me write that down. I've heard of Unreal Engine. I don't know much about video game design, but I've definitely heard of that before. But it's free to use. I did not know that. I'll tell them to start messing around with it. It's funny too, because kids, man, with technology, like, they will just try and experiment with anything, you know what I mean? Like, they'll just open up a program and start going at it. Me, I'm like scared I'm gonna jack something up, like Photoshop and Final Cut. Like, I probably use like 1% of those programs. I know just enough to get produced what I need to produce, and that's it. Oh, Brian, I don't know who told you there was gonna be a 5-minute wait. You know, it's been an hour now. Yeah, T-Bone, exactly.
Shelby is in the building. They're just waiting for the athletes.
Clear medicals. Yeah. By the way, Shelby's here. We're just waiting on all the athletes to clear medicals. Yeah, denial. I've always said, like, the only thing I don't like in pre-fight build-up is race, religion, and family. Like, leave that shit out of it. Galactus window washers in downtown LA. Bro, those dudes that do window washing that would not be me. Get up on those skyscrapers and like the catwalks or whatever. Hell no. No. In denial, yeah. The Chinese heart. That was even Sean Strickland, when he brought that up the other day, and I think he kind of phrased it wrong. He was like, didn't Izzy say I'm not black or whatever? I'm like, come on. Like, I don't remember him saying that. Don F. bringing up Mississippi. Don Flamingo. Mark Fella's about to get an education on Mississippi. I thought the same thing, James. Izzy and Drickus in Africa. Oh my God. Like, the tension there. But again, I think it would be cool, but I just worried that the build-up would be like so dark. Oh, hell no. Hanging on a zip line and putting windows in place 15 stories up. Nope. T-Bone. I didn't see Alex Buchanan walk through. He is here somewhere. But I didn't see him. Welcome aboard, Brian. Appreciate you subscribing. Glad to hear this is your favorite sport. Definitely mine as well. How many top shots can Rob and Max rack up? Mark Fellows. Hot tea's around here. He likes to be social butterfly. He likes to walk around and gossip with everybody. Yair versus Italy and Spain. That'd be awesome. Arkansas in the building. We're trying to grow it so we have fellow fans, but not that big, huh? Donna, Frankie's got to be up there. I know people used to gripe about the number of shots Uriah was getting. Predictions for Sydney main event. That's true, West Coast. Prediction for Sydney main event. I mean, we got to let these fights play out, right? I mean, I think we just got to, I think it's too, I mean, I think we got to wait till at least next week and see how everybody comes out of that and see what kind of injuries and stuff are there. Because that's going to dictate incredibly what happens. And Jay, will John Jones fight again this year? I'm still holding out hope this happens in November. I'm losing hope, but I'm holding out hope. Now you predict. So we can argue about the speculation. All right. Jeez.
They try to keep those two worlds separate. You know, like they're different talent. I guess they're talent. Maybe.
I don't know, Mark Fellows. Would people want to see Whitaker in there again?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Would people be upset at paying these tickets and be like, I've seen this over and over?
I don't mind that at all.
All right. Brian Carter, currently in Texas. It's my home state. But that's the thing, Colostrum, is he didn't bring up race, but he brought up geography, but to pretend that there's not some racial undertones to that. Yeah, we will watch Rob anytime. I thought that might be the case, Mark. I wondered about it, though, but I thought that might be the case. Bryce Mitchell, nice. Love Bryce. Josh, I will be there in Salt Lake City. Looking forward to that. I will be in Salt Lake City. Richard, I think you can say goodbye to that 145 division. I'm even surprised this fight this week is at featherweight. I think that is gone. Denial said, nah. Let's drop the race bait and move on to pure speculation and maybes.
But I was impressed afterwards. I guess I gotta stay home next week. It's good stuff.
All right, how about they bring Hamzat to Sydney? Yeah, I keep seeing that thought as well. I mean, no, do you want to see Izzy move up to 205 again? Laredo. Get the nice open highways. Texas is a big ass state, man. That's a lot of driving to do. Sean Strickland is off to the side. The staff is closing the door because Sean's over here just holding court and they don't want people to hear what Sean's saying. So they're trying to close the Apex, the little door here. That's hilarious. PR is like, we cannot have people listening to Sean Strickland who doesn't realize. Like, if Sean Strickland says the things that he says when he knows he's on camera, what do you think he's saying when he doesn't know that people are watching and listening? Oh, it's too funny. And the doors are kind of like on this like hanging slider system, but they don't really get used that often, so they just kind of sit there. Like, I don't really think they're meant to be like open and closed. I think they're more like decorative than anything. So they were trying to close them and they couldn't. Okay, now somebody corralled Sean and pulled him away from the door. Amazing. Amazing. Corey, no. The weigh-ins were done in 29 minutes. And we've been sitting around for an hour now waiting on the face-off since then. It looks like we're just about ready to get started.
Oh, I thought you were really going to take a picture. I thought I was going back farther.
Down my shot, Kaplan.
Oh, no, I'm in line, Freddie. I was posing and everything.
Yeah, now you posed for my screen.
Can you see
You were
it?
in front of my camera. Of course you saw it. She knew what she was doing. She knew she was doing. Cameos for MMA. She did. Cameos.
What's up, brother? All good? All right, looks like security's getting in place, so I think these face-offs are about to begin. I'm going to go move into position. We will get these face-offs underway.
Oh, we can? Do it. You got a speck on your lens. Still there. Now you have spit on your Yeah, now you see my spit bubble on there as well.
I smeared the speck.
Remember that problem I said you had? I kind of made it worse.
Me? Can you check that the YouTube is uploaded? I mean, 100%.
I like when the waiting goes longer.
So I'm going to post the tweet saying 30 minutes.
The waiting around for an hour makes it seem worse. Like a juggler. Some entertainment. Just have Sean sit there on the stool.
I tell you, like, you could do like crowd work, bro. Like, get him in a club.
Oh, I was thinking you were talking about Shelby. I was like,
Hey, Nate? Nate? Which phone did you take the pictures with, Sean?
I give up.
you can go to an beauty pageant, like all the places. Probably wouldn't suck. Did your son enjoy it last night? God, it's getting big. Your Shelby.
Take the full time.
Like they said, they're waiting on one guy.
Okay, so I guess I moved over a little bit prematurely. Sean Shelby is just off to the side over there. Sounds like they're waiting on one final fighter to clear medicals.
Appreciate your patience, everybody. Sorry for being a half hour early.
Oh, look at that.
All right, everybody, tomorrow we're on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Sean Shelby is here as these athletes take the stage. Our fight start in the heavyweight division. Blagoy Ivanov takes on Alexander Romanov. Up next, we're in the women's flyweight division. Luana Carolina takes on Ivana Petrovic. Up next, we're at lightweight. Elvis Brenner takes on Guram Kutataladze. A women's featherweight bout is next. Carol Hossa squares off against Yana Santos. Up next, we're in the featherweight division. Weston Wilson takes on Joe Anderson Britu. Our featured prelim is in the welterweight division. Rinat Fakhretdinov goes up against Kevin Lee.
Strong.
Our main card begins in the middleweight division on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Nursultan Ruziboev takes on Bruno Fajeda. Up next, we are at lightweight. Benoit Saint Denis takes on Ismael Bonfim. Up next is a women's flyweight bout. Melissa Gatto takes on Ariane Lipski. Up next, we are at welterweight. Michael Morales takes on Max Griffin. Co-main event is a big one at lightweight. 15th ranked Grant Dawson takes on 12th ranked Damir Ismagulov. And our main event is at middleweight. Abus Magomedov takes on 7th ranked Sean Strickland.
Hey, what the hell, Kurt? Why aren't you cheering for me? I cheered for Abus. Come on, Kurt. What the fuck? All right. I don't like staring at you guys. It's awkward.
Abus Magomedov and Sean Strickland in tomorrow's middleweight main event. We'll see you on ESPN.
Trust the German. Wow.
Oh, man, I was cutting their heads off. Damn it. I thought I had it wide enough. That's unfortunate. It was me. I had to go shoot stills. Terrible. Well, hope you enjoyed the conversation. I dropped the ball. One more thing to think about. My humble apologies to everyone involved. I did screw that one up. Well, thank you for hanging out with us anyway. Should have been more like. That. That would have been better. Damn it. I'm going to beat myself up over it all day. Oh well. Multitasking. Alright, anyway, sorry. My apologies. Everybody enjoy your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow at the fights. MMA Roadshow. Patreon.com/The MMA Roadshow for the NF episodes. And then we'll get ourselves ready for it. Everybody enjoy the holidays if I don't talk to you before then. And then International Fight Week. That's it.